And we have an update tonight on a News 4 Tucson investigation. Pima County is one step closer to developing a safety plan for remote communities. These efforts are in response to the brutal murder of a Good Samaritan in the rural community of Redington just before Christmas. News 4 Tucson's chief investigative reporter, Cora Nylander, has been following this story from the very beginning. He joins us now live outside the Pima County Administration Building downtown with the latest. Chorus.
Yeah, well, Sean, a lot of groundwork has gone into developing a remote community safety plan for Pima County, but following today's meeting with the Board of County Supervisors, nothing has been set in stone.
I know he would be proud. Paul was a really good, kind person. I would be remiss in his memory to not do what I could to perpetuate that kindness.
At the heart of the county's efforts to create a remote community safety plan is Paul Clifford, a Redington resident that was brutally murdered after going to help strangers with car trouble just before Christmas. His widow, Christina Clifford, has been pushing for change ever since.
Father's Day was really rough. Paul was an amazing dad and grandpa, and he was the kind of man that stood up when other men didn't.
Good morning, Board of Supervisors. Thank you so much.
Tuesday morning, she stood up before the Board of County Supervisors, explaining why this plan is so important.
We need to connect our communities. We need to connect our counties. We need to work together to function in these rural areas.
County Administrator Jan Lesher spent the past 90 days developing an initial plan. The plan presented to supervisors Tuesday suggested creating a ranch deputy program where some deputies would be assigned rural communities to patrol. They're also looking at new neighborhood watch groups, the use of drones, or developing an advanced camera center from the sheriff's office to better monitor rural areas.
Cochise County uses what's called the Buckeye system, Buckeye camera system. It's similar to a game camera. But they use it for border enforcement type activities.
Though no action was taken today, Christina is hopeful there's a safer future for her community.
I know he would be proud. He would be happy with that. He would.
And a key part of this plan would be to focus on improved communication. There's very little cell phone coverage in many of these areas, so that's a key thing that they want to try and get a handle on. But that will take some cooperation with some of the largest telecommunication companies, which are not necessarily the county would have any control over that. So that's part of the reason why they couldn't take action today, to try and further those discussions and look at the most cost-conscious options moving forward. Certainly a lot more to come out of this. We'll keep you updated as this plan gets closer to becoming into fruition. We're live from downtown tonight. Cora Nylander, News 4 Tucson.
Thank you, Chorus. And folks, to view the safety plan presented at the meeting, just head on over to our website at KVOA.com.